friend, you know. A lot of different scenarios could happen, okay? Then we have Mercury square Uranus at 23 degrees, okay? Of course, your ruling sign is Mercury, and it's squaring Uranus is your 12th house sector. A lot of emphasis on your expansion and your 12th house subconscious. You know, these sectors have to do with other people basically, but then we go back to the subconscious where you just basically keep things hidden from other people. And you're just thinking and thinking and thinking. You're daydreaming. You know how many people actually talk about their daydreams to other people, right? It's a very private house. Okay. Let's see here. So the moon sextiles Jupiter at 11 degrees again. Sun comes in and squares Uranus as well. Okay. Again, highlighting a lot of, pretty much what I just went over. It's, you know, the same aspect, but different planets. The sun rules Leo, which is your community sector, of course, which we already went over. But then, the next day, we also have the moon coming in and trining Chiron. Okay, again, your friendships. And then we have the moon and the sun. We have a full moon at 24 degrees in Leo. Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. So, the Mercury is pretty close to the sun still. So the full moon is conjunct Mercury and square Uranus in Taurus. This is a lot of fixed energy. Okay, you have the Leo, the ruler of Leo, the sun is in Aquarius. Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus are all the fixed energy. Pluto rules Scorpio. Okay, and then Uranus rules Aquarius. So you have a lot of mutual energy in here. I'm not going to call it a mutual reception, but a lot of fixed energy that's just with this full moon. Okay, the fact that Uranus is coming in and squaring this, and yes, Pluto is only at 2 degrees right now, but the moon came in and hit it and then came up to it. It's still carrying that energy of Pluto. So fixed signs are all about making a decision and sticking to it, and not wavering, not being wishy-washy, just making a decision. Full moons are all about illuminating. Did I say fixed signs are all about making decisions? Okay, full moons are all about illuminating. Sorry, I am honestly losing my voice here. Full moons are all about illumination. So something is going on within your community. Like I said, neighbors, siblings, early learning, short distance travel. So short distance travel is considered like within like 50 miles, but maybe even closer. Okay. Something is going to be illuminated here within your community that affects your subconscious and your and your 9th house of expansion. Okay, so maybe maybe some siblings might want to go on long distance travel with you. I know that I already brought that up, but and then something here to do with the subconscious as well. Okay, so again, that 24-degree axis is all of the full moons for quite some time are going to be on like that 23 to 24-degree axis for a while. Okay, the next like 4 of them, I believe. So if you have any natal planets at 24 degrees or within that range, those ones will get hit the most. Okay. Then we have the moon moving into Virgo. Okay, which is your home sign, home and family. Then the moon comes in and square. There's going to be a bit of a reprieve here from the 24 degrees to 11 degrees to where the moon isn't hitting any other planets. So again, the moon can just be the moon. The moon is almost always reflects other energies because it does rule the emotions, okay? Which is like our most intense energy that we have as humans. So you want to, you look at the moon as an amplifier, as a reflector, but if it's not making any aspects, it can just kind of just be the moon. It's just the moon. And you can just kind of sit in whatever energy, hit here, you can just kind of sit in that energy for a while and think about it and process it, okay? It makes it a lot easier than when we were getting the sextiles and squares, trines, and just hit. Like it kind of makes you go like, ugh, makes you a little anxious. But when the moon is void of course, like it gives you just this little bit of reprieve where you can just sit and like reflect, okay? So the next aspect that we have is the square to Jupiter in Gemini at 11 degrees. Excuse me. So this is all to do with your home and family. Okay, so you might want to take some time out with whatever may have happened here on the 12th, the 13th, 14th. You might want to just take some time out and spend at home. Okay. And that's all that happens on Thursday is that square to Jupiter. Like that's it. Okay. And Jupiter again is a benefactor. Even with a square, it's still a great planet. 14th on Friday, the moon moves into a sextile with Mars at 17 degrees, opposes Saturn at 18 degrees. Okay, where's my little thing? Saturn at 18 degrees. Okay, and then it moves into a trine with Uranus. So even though we had this square here and something like, a couple days later, you have the moon moving into a nice trine. Okay, so upheaval, and then let's, calm down and think about, and of course with Uranus, it's all about epiphanies and how can we change whatever chaos ensued, how can we, go about resolving that, right? Okay, also on Friday, Mercury moves into Pisces. Your ruling planet moves into Pisces, which is your 10th house of career and reputation. So Mercury really doesn't like being in Pisces. I will admit that. As to where Mercury is a lot about facts and logical thinking, it rules Gemini, right? Pisces is all about no boundaries, expansion. Neptune rules Pisces, and it's actually called the Great Dissolver, right? So it's very spiritual, it's very ethereal, okay? So for the next like 2.5 weeks about, you might be, and also Mercury is going to go retrograde as well after, I believe in March. So you might find yourself having a little bit of confusion with your ruling planet in Pisces. It's a possibility. It also, it's your 10th house of career and reputation. So just to give you a heads up, you might feel a little bit like, ugh, for the next couple of weeks, okay? And that moves in on Friday the 14th, okay? Let's see. The moon then moves to oppose Neptune, which is home and career. Again, the moon and Neptune, very ethereal, very daydreamy, okay? You might really just want to be spending time at home at this point in time, okay? And that is the 15th on Saturday. Then the moon moves into Libra, which is your 5th house of romance, children, creativity, okay? Where it trines Pluto, Okay, and then opposes Venus. At this point, it will be like 6 degrees. Okay, so you got a nice little trine going on here, and sextiles with, you know, friendships, expansion zone, romance, children, creativity. Okay, so again, you might be starting a romance with a friend. Okay, you might start traveling with a friend or a romantic partner. You might be thinking about traveling with your children, or a creative endeavor. You might be expanding a creative endeavor. Okay, dreams, hopes, wishes as well, you know, with creativity. So, you know, it's different for everybody. I'm just trying to throw some scenarios out there. Okay, the 16th on Sunday, the moon comes in and trines Jupiter at 11 degrees. Another great trine, like, it's beautiful. And it squares Mars at 17 degrees. Okay. Your value sector and your children, you know, maybe your children might need to borrow some money. Maybe you might need to spend some money on a creative endeavor. You know, something to that effect. Okay. And then opposes Chiron. Little Chiron here at 20 degrees. Chiron actually moved to 20 degrees now. Like, the little guy hardly moves. So, you know, that's again your axis of friends, dreams, hopes, and wishes, and children, creativity, and romance. Okay. Yeah. If you're not married, you know, you might be thinking about starting a romance with a friend. Honestly, that keeps coming out to me. So I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself. But let's see, that is the 16th on Sunday. It looks like the weekend will be pretty nice for you. Maybe some upheaval in the middle of the week. You know, when you get a lot of moon action, like, it can just cause emotions to just go up and down, right? But then you'll always get a reprieve at some point. And especially like when the moon has this little like window to where it's just not aspecting anybody, you know. And it can just be like, oh, just leave me alone, you know. In fact, that might be exactly how you feel at that point. Okay, so got any questions or anything, you're more than welcome to comment, like, and subscribe. I am wondering, like, if you could put in the comments like where you're from. That'd be, you know, interesting to me to see how far these videos are reaching. Other than that, I do a lot of healing modalities, astrology, tarot, Reiki, many others. If you'd like to look on my website. Other than that, I hope you have a great week. Okay, and I am sorry about getting this out late, but I will try. I was working so much. I just can't even say that enough. But until next time, I will hopefully see you later, Gemini. Have a good one.